Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast with J. Gordon Duncan. And if you're wondering why the J, the answer is I'm not a bagpipe player. And if that joke doesn't make any sense, I encourage you to check out episode 0, where I explain that joke as well as the purpose of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast, where we talk about faith, family, fitness, finances, and sometimes fun. Friends, welcome back. You can see I'm in the studio, but it looks a little different. So here's what's going on. I'm in the studio, but I'm manning all the controls myself. So looks slightly better, not as great as it could look, sounds better, but we're going to take what we can get because I thank you guys so much for being here every single week. You guys are awesome. Again, great feedback on the episodes last week. Last week, we talked about seminars that we have been doing in the last few weeks and seminars coming up. In fact, just today, when I'm recording this, I announced a seminar on November 15th on the business of real estate. I'm privileged to be speaking on sales and marketing along with my friend Linda at First Citizens Bank and my friend Tim, who's a CPA. And on November 15th, we're going to be putting together a seminar where we talk about the business of real estate, which means if you're an agent or a realtor or investor, if you're connected in any way, we're going to talk about the other side, not just going out. What happens when it comes in? What do you do with your money? How do you manage it? How do you manage all those things well? Very excited. A little bit of a different seminar. I'm excited to partner up with Linda and Tim and their organizations. So that's coming up on November 15th. But anyway, all that to say, thank you again. You guys are faithful every single week. We creep towards 500 episodes. I'm already putting together some fun things, working on some new studio ideas. Again, I just love the opportunity I have to do this week and every other week when you guys either tune in and watch or listen. So thanks so much. But today is huge announcement. And I say that every single time. Gordon, can every announcement be huge? And the answer is yes, but this is something brand new. Now, if you follow anything I do online or even what we talk about here on the podcast, for the last year and a half, I have emphasized greatly my Capitalize Your Best program. And the emphasis of that program is helping professionals and companies grow their revenue by emphasizing what they do best to a target market. And so that is a 12-month program specifically designed to help people grow their revenue. And I love doing it. And it's grown, and I've begun to work more in the real estate agent and the real estate industry. I work with coaches. I work with manufacturing and construction, all those things. I love it. And that is the primary emphasis of Capitalized Marketing and Consulting. And that's not going to change. But I've had this little twitch and I have not talked about it. And I had an idea like 6 months ago. And it's very rare for me to sit on an idea for 6 months. It really, really is. But this one I've been sitting on, waiting for the ideas to come together. And what I did was about 6 months ago, I sat down with my friend Rochelle, who does a ton of our graphics work. And I was like, I want you to create a logo using the Capitalized Marketing logo, but gear it towards this idea: capitalize your best life. And she made a wonderfully simple but creative logo for Capitalize Your Best Life. And then I went and I reserved a spot, all URLs and the Facebook groups and all those things. And then I didn't do anything, which again, super rare for me. Usually I have an idea and I just start yelling about it because I knew the idea had not come together yet. And I really didn't know what I was going to do with that brand, Capitalize Your Best Life. Well, along the way, as people hear my journey from epilepsy to marathon, or people hear my journey about being a school teacher to an author, or my journey from being a teacher to a manager to being a pastor to being an entrepreneur, I've been having wonderful conversations. And there's aspects of both my career and my personality and my passions that I'm not pursuing. I love Capitalized Marketing and Capitalize Your Best. It is where I want to put the majority of my time. I love people, helping them grow their revenue and hit their revenue goals. But part of me has been like, well, but I also want to help people achieve other goals outside of revenue. And I knew that Capitalize Your Best Life was going to play a part in that, but I didn't know how. Well, finally, after a million runs, going out for a run, ideas have been going back and forth and listening to podcasts. Gradually, ideas came together. And as it works for me, all of a sudden the ideas crashed in. And all of a sudden it made sense. So I am announcing Capitalize Your Best Life program. And it is 100% personal focused. This is not a revenue producing program. That's Capitalize Your Best. Capitalize Your Best Life is 100% geared towards helping people achieve their goals in the areas of fitness, faith and spirituality, personal finances, and relationships. Very similar to what we talk about here, faith, family, fitness, finances, and fun, but a little bit more focused. We're going to help people with their fitness goals. We're going to help people with their family relationship goals, personal finance, and that's where we're going. Now, how do you put together a program like that? Well, one, I've got 20 years of being a pastor and a counselor, so I feel like I've got experience helping people with their family relationship goals. I am not a personal fitness instructor. I have, however, run 28 marathons, 2 ultra marathons, hundreds of hours of yoga, maybe thousands. And I'm equipped to help people meet their goals in those areas. I'm not a personal fitness coach, but I'm equipped for that. When it comes down to personal finances, I've done the Dave Ramsey programs. I've done those things. I've been from zero. I've built a business that has $250,000 of revenue a year. So I've got the expertise in those areas. And I thought, how can I help people in those areas? And what does the scope of it look like? Well, November is the perfect time to announce it. So here is the Capitalize Your Best Life program. It will begin January 1st, and it'll be a 90-day program. It'll be a quarter, and it'll be a class of people, meaning I have a finite number of people who are going to go into it, and the program will last for 90 days. When people join that program, they're going to have access to a private Facebook group. No one will be in that group except people going through the 90-day course. And then I have professionally filmed 90 different videos. This is not going to be delivered to you all at once. Do not be overwhelmed. But each and every day within the 90 days, I will post a new video in that Facebook group. So on January 1, you will get a video from me. Corresponding with that is I have what I call the Capitalize Your Best Life workbook. Everybody in the group will receive a physical handheld workbook. And it's going to go through the 90 videos every day. Day 1, you're going to have a workbook. It's going to talk about practices you can do, and then you will do it. But you might say, Gordon, how is that customized to me? Here's how. Every single person in the group will have a personal goal-setting onboarding meeting with me. We will meet, and we're going to establish goals in those 4 areas. Then we will meet every quarter. So at the end of January, we're going to meet. And we're going to see how you're doing. And in February, we're going to meet. And at the end of March, we're going to meet. Simultaneously, I will also do group coaching sessions within the Capitalize Your Best Facebook group, Capitalize Your Best Life Facebook group. And the culmination of that, plus other resources, is that by the end of the first quarter of 2024, I believe you will be vastly closer, if not achieving your goals. So we're going to meet one-on-one, and then we're going to have strong parameters that you help create along with me that you want in the areas of your personal finances, your fitness, your family relationships, in those areas, right? And then every day you'll receive a personalized, professionally filmed video from me giving you prompts about what to work through on that day. You will take your Capitalize Your Best Life workbook and work through it. And then I will also be doing group coaching sessions as well as the personal coaching that you will receive. And I'm incredibly excited about it. And I don't usually talk numbers or costs on video presentations, but it's not going to be private. Since this is a brand new program, I wanted to make it incredibly affordable. And so the cost of the Capitalize Your Best Life program that's going to help you start 2024, that's going to help you achieve your goals in the areas of faith and finances and fitness and relationship, the cost of that is $2,024. See what I did there? The cost of it is $2,024. It's a finite group of people. It's not a large group because we want to make sure that this is something very accessible, both individually, me to you, and group wise. And if it's too big, I can't meet with everybody. If it's too big, the group coaching becomes a bit unwieldy. And so right now, in the link in the show notes, and then also on my Facebook page, I'm sharing with you a website link. You can go to it. It gives you greater detail about the program, and you can sign up. And so the cost of it is $2,024, or there's an option for 2 payments, but everything has to be completed by January 1st. And then we will kick off the program on January 1st itself. Now, I've added an extra bonus. Anybody who signs up in November, you are going to be able to get a jump start. And if you sign up in November, that jump start is we're actually going to go ahead and have a one-on-one meeting before January. We're going to do some pre-coaching. In fact, you're going to receive not 1, but 2 extra coaching sessions. So guys, I cannot wait to see what this accomplishes, because 1, I've got the skill sets and desires that I haven't utilized. And then people ask me if I could do that, if I could play a part in their lives. And typically I'm just like, well, Capitalize Your Best is a revenue generating program, and it continues to make an impact, and it's going to make a bigger impact in 2024. But I've decided that I wanted to use those other experiences, those other skill sets, and those other accomplishments and mountains climbed and achieved to help you do the exact same thing. So it's brand new, guys. It's the Capitalize Your Best Life program. We're going to focus on areas of your faith and spirituality, your fitness, your personal finances, and your family and relationships. You'll receive daily professionally filmed videos that will give you prompts of what to do. You're going to have the Capitalize Your Best Life workbook, and then you'll receive 4 coaching sessions plus 4 group coaching sessions. And if you sign up in November, you get an extra 2. And all of that is going to help you start your 2024 on a personal pathway to achieving goals. And I'm humbled and honored to play a part in it. So guys, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be exciting. I've actually bookmarked and reserved time in 2024 to make sure I have the time to meet with you guys one-on-one and in group sessions for this. So right now in the show notes, there's a link where you can find out more and even sign up. And you can also find it on my personal Facebook page and scattered across the internet. So if you have any questions about what it looks like and what the interaction looks like, do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can find me on every social media platform. If you got my phone number, you can just text me or call me. But guys, this launches now. We're taking folks signing up now. It officially launches on January 1st, and anyone who signs up in November will receive 2 extra coaching sessions, because I've done everything I could with the scope of this to make it affordable. I'm excited about you establishing goals in the new year that you actually accomplish. Can you imagine that the end of the first quarter, you haven't forgotten all those goals for 2024? You're actually on the way to achieving them or actually achieved them. And these are benchmarks that you and I help set in our coaching sessions. So I'm trying to make sure the program gives, and gives. It's professionally done. It's going to look even better than what you see here if you're watching this. And you're going to love the Capitalize Your Best workbook, the Capitalize Your Best Life workbook. So guys, again, Capitalize Your Best, the 12-month revenue generating program, we're going to keep that up. We're going to make that impact. We've got 2 seminars a month. That's kicking butt. Loving the work I get to do in the real estate industry and broader industries. Capitalize Your Best Life is 100% personal focused, making sure that your personal life is on the way to achieving the goals that you want to achieve. And I'm humbled and honored to play a part of it. You're going to hear more about this in the weeks to come. And then when this program starts in January, I'm going to talk about it, because we're going to be in the midst of doing the hard work. So your opportunity is now. Reach out to me, click the link, message me, text me if you want to know information, but take advantage of this while it still exists, because there are a finite number of seats, because there's only so much time where the one-on-one coaching is productive, and there's only so much time that I can make sure I'm giving everybody exactly what they deserve. So guys, thank you for this promotional episode, but it's really an excitement about the new stage of my business. It's an additional service, and it's going to have a phenomenal impact. So guys, thank you. Reach out, ask questions about the Capitalize Your Best Life program, and I can't wait to see all that you accomplish. If you have any questions, again, reach out to me, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks, guys, so much. Bye-bye.